What's up, guys? It's the guy who can't go to sleep. This guy. Um, my sleep schedule's a little wonky, so it's been all over the place, and I'm a bit tired, but honestly, I can't sleep. So I figured, just for fun, maybe I'll do something kind of like slow, shutting the brain off, just kind of relaxing, get myself ready for bed, or try to get a little bit more sleepier. So I'm gonna be playing some Animal Crossing just for fun. I think I'm just gonna fish, do my normal routine, and like I said, I'm just gonna fish, have a little fun, do a little chatting. I'm just gonna talk about random stuff. So if anybody has any cool ideas or anything they want to talk about, we could definitely talk about stuff. So let me just get in the chat, let people know what would you like for me to talk about? And we'll see where that takes me. All right, so let's turn this off. Let's get this going. We're gonna start changing. Just a heads up, the game's gonna start playing. We're gonna have a little bit of a crossover. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna be just kind of chillaxing, having a little fun. Um, and if you have any cool ideas or suggestions or anything that you guys want me to talk about, I could try my best to talk about something. Let me make sure that everything is set in place. Okay, desktop's muted right now. Elgato's all set up. So yeah, I'm just gonna be playing some Animal Crossing. So if you guys want to play, let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day. Want you guys, like I said, I'm just gonna chill, catch some fish. Yeah. I've been back and forth jumping into this game. It's one of those games where, in one way, I have fun because it's just like small little tidbits, and again, it's something that I could play to just shut my brain off. And that's not bad. Honestly, I need more games like that. Good evening. I am not in the mood to read, but we'll see. Maybe I don't like reading is Bill's thing. So yeah. Alright, so from there, I'm just gonna be playing some Animal Crossing, doing some fishing. So like I said, if anybody has any, some questions, I'm down to do that. I'm just gonna be chilling. Maybe every once in a while, I'll change my fit, so that way I don't just look like a normal hipster. Sick. So yeah, we're just gonna be gaming, just be talking, so... Let me just see what we got going on right now. My buddy Bam sent me something. Sick. Alright. Oliver got me something. Hopefully that's something cool. Lucky KK. Pockets are full. What do I have in my pockets right now? Oh my god. Okay. Let's go drop some stuff off real quick. I gotta keep an eye on it. There's my boy Apollo. What's up, my boy? We'll do some talking in a little bit. Demo running a video rental, and it was very chaotic. I think I saw you on you were live a little while ago. Sorry, I was me and Salsa, or my daughter. Fine, I'll just say it that way. Me and my daughter, we're playing Halo right now. We're going through all the Halos. So, I'm sorry I wasn't able to see it. Let's see, I am gonna get rid of Ooh, we're gonna hold on to the potatoes. So I really don't want to give these fishes away for like, I think it's for only like a portion of the amount. But at the same time, I'm gonna be fishing a lot, so like, nice. Yeah, we are. So we recently beat Halo 2, and now we're on Halo 3 right now. And oh wait, I forgot to sell my food. I have like grilled sea bass with herbs. Nope, keep my rock. I've been trying to, cause now that they kind of simplified crafting, I've actually been gathering resources again. But anyways, besides the game, how are you doing today? Yeah, no, it's nice. Like, it makes me smile because it's like one of those things where it's like, this is a game that I played when I was their age, and now I get to experience through her eyes. And, you know, I try really hard not to narrate what's going on, but I ask them every once in a while, like, hey, what do you think is going on at the moment? And then they try to give me like a brief summary of something. But no, I'm very glad that they're having fun playing the game. Cause you know, I'm slowly becoming the not cool dad. Or maybe I'm just overthinking. It's all good. That's cool. I've been trying to chill all for the last like. I'm very restless right now. So like, I figured I'd play something where I could just turn my brain off, and kind of. Yeah, no, definitely. Well, I also have I also put a 64 in their room. So now on the weekends when they don't have school, they can play the 64. So I've been watching them like play some cool games, or like they're starting to play Ocarina of Time. So I'm looking forward to watching them play and see how they play the game. Because one thing I do like to see, and it's less of like seeing it from like a streamer, because like if you're just a streamer and I don't know who you are, seeing you play a game is a little bit more difficult for me to like. I already have Lucky KK. Uh-oh, where's Lucky KK? Oh my goodness, where's Lucky KK? I don't have Lucky KK. Oh wait, I forgot to open the CD first. My bad. Hold on. See, as you can tell, I am tired. Either that or Lucky KK is a Scottish folktale one. Okay, that's gonna be the song for right now. Hold on. Well, before I get all lost in the sauce, so like I said, I'm gonna be fishing until I get like super duper sleepy, and then I'll just go to bed. But for right now, I'm just gonna do some fishing. Oh, someone moved into my house. Sure, this man's already lived on my island. Yeah, think of it kind of like a fishing podcast. A digital fictional fishing podcast. So if you have any cool questions about if if you have any cool questions or anything you would like to talk about, and if I know what it is, I'll be able to, like, I guess put my 2 cents in and see where that takes me. What did I catch? I caught a tadpole. Fishing with this guy. I like that, actually. So, you know what? Maybe this is what I'll do. I'll do a little bit of an origin story about, like, how I got my name. How about that? So, originally, I've had usernames before this, but they weren't any that clicked with me except for one. So back in the good old Xbox era, so like OG Xbox and 360, I was a huge fanatic of zombie stuff. I love zombies. And anybody who knew me, they knew that, like, zombies were, like, my favorite thing. And the thing is, before, like, The Walking Dead and before all the big zombie movies, like, really blew up, I, in a way, was, like, people would be like, oh yeah, there goes that guy over there. He's talking about zombies. Jeez, this is the second fish. But yeah, no, I was a fanatic of zombies, and my username was Zombie Ninja, and I won't say the number because then it would kind of tell me where my area code is and where I may possibly live. So it was an area code of the place that I lived. So yeah, it was Zombie Ninja. And, you know, zombies were my favorite, and at that time, I was just an adolescent teenager, so I was like, ninja. Those are 2 sick things. And that's how I got my original name, Zombie Ninja. But then, when I got a Nintendo account for my 3DS and my Wii, I changed it because they had TMs as one of the options that you can use as, like, a text font. So I gave my whole initials. So it was like my entire name, because I have a first name, a middle name, and 2 last names. And I won't say that out loud just because of safety purposes. But yeah, it was a 4-name, just the first letter to each one. So it was blank dot blank dot blank dot blank dot, and then I put a TM on it. And the cool thing is, it was actually a really cool, like, what would you call it? I always forget what it's called. But, it was a really good, like, something for short, you know? And it was actually, like, a really clever name, so it stuck with me for a while. And even in my 3DS era, I, had it as my username for a while. And then I've had a couple of smaller ones, like when I got locked out of my Xbox account for like a little while. Yeah, acronyms, that's what it is. See, I knew someone was gonna know what it was. Thank you, Snowy Pie. But anyways, so yeah, the acronym was my name. And the thing is I really wanted a name, but at the same time, I've had, like, random names that I've had. So, like, when I played Counter-Strike, I had the name Mike Honcho, which was a reference to one of my favorite movies. Talladega Nights: The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. And in case if you don't know where that scene is, there is a scene where after the big wreck that Ricky got into, he was in, like, this coma state, which honestly, it was just him asleep, and he kept peeking his eyes every once in a while, like eavesdropping on conversations. And it was when his buddy Cal was telling him that he had a secret that he wanted to tell him. And he was talking about how he was in a female version of like Hustler magazines or Playboy, and he did a full page spread, like both both in a story and literally in the book. So like he was a two-side. He was, and he's like, you probably didn't know about it because I went by the alias Mike Honcho, and as soon as he says that, like a couple seconds later, he's like, I just wanted you to know, in case if you perish, that I spread my butt cheek as Mike Honcho. And after that, I love, for a good solid couple months, that was like one of my favoriteest like names. So I was like, oh dude, Mike Honcho, there he is, Mike Honcho. So when I played Counter-Strike, my name on the thing was Mike Honcho for a while. So I had that one. And then I've had, let's see, I've had one that was just like Motherlicka, because, you know, I was just a little angsty shithead kid that was just like, oh, that would be a cool name. But that was only for a little while. It was like, like I said, there was a time that I couldn't get access into my Xbox account, and I couldn't figure it out. So I made a separate account, and that was that profile. And that was my profile for like a small period of time. Oh, snap. That was a long time for me to grab that one. So yeah, I had that one as a username, but what stuck was the username This Guy. So I got the name This Guy because I used to work at a grocery store. And okay, hold on. Let me go get a new fishing pole. Fishing pole crafting break. Hello, you fellow Islanders. Dang it, I can't even word it right. I was trying to be funny and say Island, because you know, island. Don't listen to me. I'm tired. Are you tired of your fishing poles breaking? Then that sucks to be you, because that never happens. Hold on. See, I'm trying to be funny right now, and it's going right by me. I could feel my eyes like drooping a little bit. I think I do better just talking than I am trying to be funny. So, all right, let's go back to the original story. So, hold on, give me a second. So I originally got the name This Guy from a work-related like inside joke, I guess. So I worked at a grocery store for a few years, and I had a coworker that I would work with, but not really. Like, we were pretty much like in the same like position, but the only difference is that you know, every once in a while we would work together, but then other times we didn't. But whenever I saw him, it was like one of those, like, you know, a type of like moments, you know, like, you know, there's your boy over there, you know, like you hyping up your homie, right? So whenever I saw him, I would go, hey, look at this guy over here, you know, I'd be like, look at him, look at that guy over there, and, you know, I'd point at him, be all cheesy about it. And that guy, he was cool, and don't get me wrong, I don't mean to say that in a tone that would make you believe that he wasn't a cool person. No, he was a really cool guy, but he was kind of he didn't know how to talk at certain times. Like, you can tell that he was getting shy about certain things. So his only response is that he would point back at me, ooh, football time. He would point at me and just go, this guy. And after that, it was kind of one of those things where, like, I knew that was like his that would be his response. So I don't know, I think it was like me starting it and then realizing, you know, like, hey, this title is a really good play on words, because I've played games where like I've had people get frustrated, and you know, ooh, double football time, ooh. But yeah, I've had times like if I was playing like a a shooter game, and you would hear like people in the chat, because I love playing free for all because I get to hear everybody. Because when you play like team games, you only get to hear your opponents like if everybody chooses to have that option, or like right before or after their death and stuff like that, and or like in between lobbies and stuff like that. So I really love playing free for all and getting into fights where like someone's getting pissed off at me and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy. Or like they would say it in a way that it was almost like a dad joke. And I happen to be a dad, so it all checks out really well. But like, oh, my boy Apollo. Okay, hold on, let's talk to your boy real quick. Hold on. Lucky. He gives me that Lucky name because that luck buff. So a little fun fact about my boy Apollo over here. So when I first I love that there's like bird footprints on the ground. That's a good little extra mwah, chef kiss moment. But anyways, I love the fact. So sorry, I'm jumbling around. I'm sorry, guys. Let's finish this guy name first. But yeah, no, So yeah, after that, it was kind of one of those things that it just stuck to me. Like that's how I got the name This Guy, was that I thought it was funny, thought it would be a good play on words, it's a dad joke. And honestly, I think it fits me very well because of the type of person I am. So, and I really appreciate that I could use my name as a silly redux of like an opening for my videos. Because I don't know if anybody noticed or even watches my videos really, but whenever I do a let's play or play something or start a stream, I always do the generic, what's up guys? But then I always get the, I always play a joke or do like it's a very similar but basic ass joke. It's the guy who, threw sand at you at the beach, or it's the guy who got hit in the head with a coconut, and then I would just go with This Guy. So it was a name that it was kind of a thing that I did with a coworker, and it stuck with me, and that's how I got the name This Guy. So if you want to see a really crazy opening, watch my what is it called? Buckshot Roulette. If you have not seen my Buckshot Roulette opening, I am quite surprised that like YouTube hasn't like said anything about it. Like, hey, because you know how like YouTube has like a thing where it like listens to like the first like couple of minutes, like first 30 seconds to make sure you're not saying a swear word. I definitely didn't say a swear word, but I said something that could be alarming, and I'll just leave it at that from there. We're gonna go back one more lap around, and then from there, I'll talk to you guys. We'll run into Apollo, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my boy Apollo and why he's one of my favorite villagers. So yeah, that is the. But that is the history of how I got my name and why is it my username now. And then, in case if you don't know, one of my favorite game systems is the Nintendo 64. So, mine, This Guy, and then 64. Let's drop off some fishies today. The bank account's looking pretty nice today, I won't lie. So yeah, like I said, to anybody who's watching, I really appreciate you guys stopping on by, saying hello. I'm just gonna be fishing until I get sleepy and I go lay down. So, let's see, how long have I been streaming? Almost a half an hour. I feel like I've gotten like almost a second wind, and I don't like the fact that I have that. So, Let me grab some water real quick. I got a water on the side of me real quick because I feel like, you know, it's a bit of a podcast. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask a question. I'm gladly able to talk about it. If there's something happening right now that's not politic related, I am free to talk about it because I don't think I would like to talk about politics as much as possible. Alright. Got some water. Let's get to fishing again. Alright, so I realize there's not a lot of fish. There's more hermit crabs on the beach than there is fish in the sea right now. There he is, the boy, Apollo. Let's see what Apollo's doing again. Looking sharp, kiddo. What's the latest, Apollo? What did you do to your oh my boy, look at him. Hold on. Look at the boy. He is very upset right now. Like I would help this man. I'm just saying. Oh, by the way, I know how to do like the zoom in thing on the Switch, so be prepared. You might see more of this more often at times. So, anyways, little backstory. Oh, the Gooberton. Oh, hey, there's that guy from yesterday making fun of me while playing Sunshine. What's up, scrub? Just playing. Thank you for watching. So yeah. Cool thing about Apollo. Apollo was my first villager ever in Animal Crossing. So, asterisk, I did play the original Animal Crossing on the GameCube, but it was one of those things that when it came out, I was definitely not interested in it. I didn't understand it. I got it as a rental. So, you know, you rented a game that's all about like time and, you know, getting on every once in a while. You realize that game's fucking whack because, you know, you're only borrowing a game for maybe the weekend. So by the weekend is over, you may have done like fucking god nothing really, honestly. So yeah, my original, like, what got me into Animal Crossing was New Leaf. And when I got New Leaf, it was on the so New Leaf was on the, oh no, sorry, not New Leaf, Wild Worlds. I don't know why I was saying New Leaf. So Wild Worlds was the Animal Crossing game that came out for the DS. Where the hell is all these fish? I'm about to have to make fish bait pretty soon. Yeah, rentals were still a thing. The first Animal Crossing was on the GameCube. They were still doing rentals on the GameCube for at least a little bit. I think they stopped doing rentals once, like, no, I felt like there were Wii games. Like Wii, Xbox 360, and PS3. But at that time, they were shutting down because, you know, you had freaking, what's his name? Who's the oh, I thought that was a spider. I was about to get ready to jump. They had, what's his name? He was a basketball player who was doing the advertisements for like the online video game like rentals. That was like not Netflix. It was like GameFly. The GameFly commercials. I remember it now. So, but yeah, no. GameFly, dude. GameFly was sick. I never subscribed, but it was sick. I'd rather have GameFly than fucking, the Game Pass. Woo! But that being said, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Apollo. So Apollo was my first villager in Wild Worlds. Him and there was another character, but I don't remember that other person. But yeah, he was like the coolest dude. And his birthday was on the 4th of July. So he was like a true fucking American to anybody that hates on him. But yeah, no, he's cool. I like him. He was the first person that like I got like super cool you might be able to. But no, he was my first villager, and he was just super cool. And in the older games, and I think it's still the same thing in this game too, but when you become friends with a villager for such a long time, you can get their pictures. They actually hand you a photo of themselves so that you can put in your house. Like, that's how you know your friendship is like super duper huge. Yep, let's go. I think we're gonna do a quick change up. So come with me and we'll go get dressed. And then we'll go back to doing some more fishing. I'm gonna, like I said, I don't want to just keep doing laps back and forth and stuff like that. So we'll go to my room, get dressed, change into something else, and see where that takes me. Oh yeah, I'm a big. Okay, so let's see. We'll take the whole fit off. Let's see. Do we want a silly or goofy outfit today? Because I'll change it. I'll probably get dressed one more time for the fans. So, you want to know one of my favorite ones I like to do? Okay, so hold on. Let's see if you guys can guess who it is. Who's that Pokemon? Dun-dun-dun. Hold on. Hold on. Don't look yet. Actually, you guys can look. I don't care. Okay, hold on. It's and then hold on. Then we move over here. Hold on. Hold on. We're getting there. Oh. No, not orange. Orange doesn't look good. That's too red. And then we got to give him the Tour of Resistance. Hold on. Hey, look, guys, it's me in 10 years. Boom! There it is. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of fishing with this, and then from there, we'll change into something else. And maybe if you guys are nice, I'll show you the rest of my rooms in a little bit. All right, so we're in Caillou State, one of the strongest states in Dragon Ball Z Super. So, get to fishing again. All right. Is there any type of subject or category that we would like to talk about today? I'm giving you guys another chance. If not, I'll start ranting about things. Come on, you dumb fish. Turn around. Gambling in games. Are we talking about, like, blackjack? Okay. That's because you're a scrub. I'm sorry, but blackjack's not that hard. The trick is not to care, because once you start caring, you start counting numbers like Zach Galifianakis, then you start losing. Oh, goldfish. Let's go. Oh, that one's going to remember. Oh, that was the bell. It's telling me it's 1 o'clock. Damn. You guys should be asleep. Oh, there's my boy again. Apollo's back at it. So here, I'll show a little bit of my my island as well. So yeah, I got a little telescope here. I wish you could actually see through the telescope. That'd be kind of cool. And then I have this because I'm a bit of a nerd and I like messing with it. I'm about to catch the call. But he's on his phone. Look at him. He's just... Oh, he's sending messages. That's what he is. Apollo? Hey. Are Are you a spy? Oh, he walked away. It's true. I won't tell anybody, Apollo. That could be it. That's a good idea. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna make him look like an FBI, like a secret government agent. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I've actually, so crazy thing. I actually have I have some like hidden things all around my island that you can accidentally run into and it interacts with you. And then I also have just like meme ass like fucking like things everywhere and like nerd references everywhere too. If you like, I could show you one of them, but that's up to you. I can just kind of casually. Oh dang it! I wasn't looking. I could casually like walk by and see if any of you guys see certain things, because they're some of the things are kind of like there. And other times they're not, so it's a good like something to catch an eye on. So like sometimes there might be something like in the corner that I might walk by that is there, oh hold on I see it over there. Let's see. So let's see. So gambling in video games, as long as it's like something that you're not actually using microtransactions in, I'm 100% for it. Go ahead, spend your money, spend your fake money. If you're playing Luigi's casino games, I'm not gonna be like, hey, lock that kid up, lock Nintendo up. They did something terrible. But then if they like did something differently, and they were like, hey, actually we're gonna have some cryptocurrency type of stuff that and you can use your crypto, like hold on GTA Online. I don't like their casino because you use actual money. I don't like that because you can't get it back, and you're technically just gambling your money away for a game that doesn't give you money back. I don't like that. Because that starts an addiction, and the addiction is you're winning, but you're not really winning. Because, like, if a casino did something similar, like imagine if like a casino did that. They're like, yeah, you won $1 million, but it's in a currency and in something that doesn't like affect you. Yeah, exactly. You're spending money to get Monopoly money. And don't get me wrong, you can get free money by spinning the Wheel of Fortune every day, but like at that point, like, and then hear me out. From what I've heard, you can actually get banned for winning too much in those casinos. So imagine getting banned because you're winning fake money for a game that you've spent real money on. That's a little whack. Oh, another fishy. Yeah, they do. Sea bass. Oh man. Yeah, so the reason why I say that too is because there is a YouTuber / Twitch streamer I know, not personally, but I watch, and he had an old video, or he had a video where he mentioned that he got banned for winning too much at a casino. And if you'd like, because most people who I'm talking to are in my Discord, so I can send that to you guys later, and that way you guys can just oh yeah, sea bass. I always like the Captain Crunch video, or the Captain Crunch meme, where it's like, oops, all sea bass. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start hitting up rivers. So we'll do a couple of river tours. Maybe I'll show off a little bit more of my island if you guys want. But yeah, no. If you guys have any more questions or any cool ideas for anything to talk about, like I said, I'm down to talk about whatever. Let's see. I see that I have 3 concurrent viewers. I see 2 in the chat. So whoever this other person is, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you for spending whatever time you have at this moment, this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. So the cool thing about this is, so I'll talk about my island a little bit. So my island, I have a bridge here, but I actually, around the waterfall, I have some actual other things that, like, you love the SpongeBob and Patrick drawing on the sand? Oh, you saw that? Yeah, I put them over here. Hold on. Good eye. Like I said, I have a lot of secret things that I've hidden around the place. Like, did you guys see the snapping turtle that stares at you guys every once in a while? If you guys haven't seen it, I'll do another lap around and see if you guys can find the snapping turtle. Like I said, I hid a lot of secret things. Like, this whole island has, like, secrets and little, like, tidbit Easter eggs that I've hid. Show us the turtles. So I have snapping turtles in different places around this island. And it's the funniest thing that I like to hide. Oh, let me catch this fishy real quick. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. What else could I be talking about today? Trying to think. So I've been slightly keeping up with the FGC community, so that's like the fighting game community, and I've been trying to watch more tournaments every once in a while, especially now that my work schedule's a little weird, or it's not weird, it's just different from what I'm used to. So yeah, I'll do my normal lap, see if you can find the turtle. I'll even go slower so you guys can get a chance to see. So yeah, there is a turtle hidden somewhere around this lap around the island. Ooh, that was fast. My man is fast. Sea bass! Oh my goodness. Man, that was a bass. Now I'll race the bee, and that's what it really was. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I've been watching a bit of the FGC community because I've been behind, and I've been back and forth on wanting to watch it, not wanting to watch it, stuff like that. And I've come to a conclusion that fighting games are starting to become a little whack right now, and I'm not a big fan of it. Like, the one thing that I will say that I've been enjoying most out of every, like, fighting game community right now is the melee scene, and it's because there's a freaking 18-year-old kid, like, annihilating the best players in the game right now. Dang it! And he's playing Luigi, too. What makes the games whack at this moment? Oh, okay. So, let's see. Tekken 8 was a game that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the crap out of that game. I have 100%ed all the achievements. I have a couple of mains that I play. You know, I had a lot of fun. I was in the biggest honeymoon state in my entire life in that game. because Tekken is one of those games that like I was really into when it first came out. So like PlayStation 1, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken Tag, those were sick ass games. Tekken 6 with the run around freaking beat 'em up mode that they had, that was super tight. Sure, you had to play Lars, but like at that time, Lars was like super cool. He was like doing some cool flip tricks, origami shit, and it's like super awesome at that same time. And the thing is, like, Tekken 8 started off like strong. I was like, dude, Tekken 8 is a sick game. I like this game. And then as the game continued, it just seemed like it lost everything. It went from being a game that I really enjoyed to like everything is about money. And the thing is as the game got bigger, they worked on not enough characters. There was like not every character got the love. And I know that's a fighting game issue always. That there's always like characters that will never get like buffed to the point where they're really good, and it takes a really skilled player to make that character great. But at the same time, when you're watching the tomfoolery that happens half the time when you're in a fight, that is the craziest feeling in the world when you go, wait a second, my counter gets countered from another counter, because even though my counter is supposed to counter everything, this new character that has a counter, their move is now the more dominant counter, because they have to have like because you know DLCs have to be at a certain like awesome level, and it just sucks because like sometimes you're betting on like customers and players to play these certain characters. But not only that, damn it, Seabass. But not only that, but my other biggest issue that I have with it too is that you look at what the hell are you wearing, my guy? Wait, are you wearing my jacket? Wait a second, you're wearing my fit. Except you're not bald. Shave that head, girl. It almost looks like they're wearing like you know, like the old like hold on, you know, like the old like 90s like animes where they had the people that like are thieves, they have that thing wrap around their face in like a joking way, and that's like and sadly I hate to say this, but they're usually like perverts that have like the little like they're over there just trying to steal undies and stuff. Hold on. So it just looks like Dr. Eggman's just a turd. Boot. Mine is a fried boot. Alright. We're almost at the end of this lap, so did you guys see the snapping turtle? I probably got all monologue-y so you guys didn't see it. But yeah, no, I also just don't like, it's okay. Like I said, I'm just doing this because I can't sleep. So I'm only doing this because I can't sleep, and I figured that I could just casually fish while talking about video games and just random stuff. So, oh, a new watcher. Hey, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying my video. I'm just fishing and chatting. Imagine it kind of like a podcast type of thing. So, but yeah. So yeah, another issue that I have with everything. How much is a can? Hey, I'll take the $12. How much is a boot? $8? A can is more expensive than... Wait, hold on. So, hold on. Yeah, that's $12, right? Am I not smart? Hold on. No, hold on. Don't look at me. That is $12. So a can is $12, but a boot is only 8? I guess you can recycle cans. But you can recycle a boot, can't you? Am I just that crazy? I feel like a boot would be more expensive than a can. Like, look at that, $8. Wait a second. Hold on. Don't look at me. Don't listen to me. Hold on, guys. Don't, no. Hey, you know, actually, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's okay. Damn, those things are expensive. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do now is that I will, I think it's time for coffee. Let's go get some coffee, ladies and gents. I might be tired, but we're gonna go get some coffee real quick. Dr. Eggman's a little parched. So let's see. Well, I stood there for a second to see if he saw it. So yeah, every time I go and go to sell my stuff, or even when I go into the store, there is a snapping turtle that is over there, like, watching me. I always think it's funny because, you know, the cutscene of my character walking in, it kind of like makes it look like it's very like evil. Like this turtle put a bomb in that store. And the cool thing is, when you interact with them, he hisses at you and tries to bite you. They're so cool. And then there's my little windmill, because, you know, I gotta do something. And then I got another sightseeing thing that you can't use again. You can spin it. It doesn't matter. Just don't ask why this is here. I had an idea, like, a little while ago, and then I just forgot to do something with it. So it's there, but don't worry, it's getting there. And then this guy over here, so in the game you talk to this guy and you donate money so that you can build like a bridge, or you build like a hill or something. And the thing is, most of the time they're like, oh yeah, everybody pitches in a little bit and, you know, we'll build this bridge. But in reality, it's like you paid like 95% of the bridge, while the villagers pay for like barely 5%. These guys have been working on this hill for, I think, 3 years. I have not put a single dollar in this fucking hill. And right now, let's see. Our goal is 98,000. These people have raised only 67,000 in the span of 3 years. They have not helped me for shit yet. I'm not helping. I'm one of these days, I tell you what, when they finally build this ramp, I'll make a video with like, I don't know, something. There's gonna be like a celebration. I'm gonna have like some like copyrighted music playing in the background so that they could steal my whole video's worth of money or something like that. So anyways, we're gonna go get some coffee before I finish ranting. I don't have any fossils. I have this president here. What is it? Oh! 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 Oh my goodness! Oh my! Oh, I'm glad I looked. Wow! Thank you, whoever that was. That was the balloon that I popped, wasn't it? Oh my goodness! I need to pop more balloons. Anyways, let's get some coffee real quick. Feeling a little sleepy, might get some coffee. KK's here? Who? What's going on? She's had too much coffee. Oh my goodness, and she's not even drinking it with her mouth. I don't know if you saw that. She like put it in her neck. I also like her shirt that she's rocking, and everything else. Anyways, let's go sit down, have a little cup of coffee. I'll have a cup of coffee. Do I want pigeon milk? Pigeon milk. Do I need pigeon milk? Does it cost more? Ew, no. You know, that's that is a fair response. Yeah, I guess I'll have it. Who coming right up? I never realized how naked KK is, because he always has a guitar on him. So like my man is just like raw dog, you know? Okay, so it's way too hot. It's still too hot. Okay, it's coffee time. I like how like he panics if you don't drink his coffee instantly. Absolutely perfection. Rooster knows what he's doing. The perfect cup, even at room temperature. I like my coffee lukewarm, please. Where do you think the name lukewarm came from? Like the term? Because like I know somebody named Luke. So like, yeah, no, it's pretty sick. Got my coffee for the day. Sick. There's a mission. What is this? What is this right here? Hit rocks? Oh, I could do that. I'm about to hit rocks right now. And I got a recipe. What did I get? Mushroom porridge. You know, I almost said pottage and was gonna try to play it cool and see if you guys saw it. Oh. You got a minute? Oh. Rooster, yeah, of course. Yes, my guy. What's up? I got something for you. Think of it as my way of saying thanks. A pro coffee grinder? Oh my goodness. I could grind herbs in those. As Dr. Eggman would say, that is perfect! I need that to destroy things! It's the best robot I have! I like how he just looked at me and then just went, nah, I'm good. He just he just started reading. He was like, yeah, whatever. Typical villagers. Okay. Let's go. What was I gonna do? I got my coffee. Okay, coffee. Let me go. I was trying to see if he was gonna say something. Maybe one of these days I will do another stream and I'll have like I'll leave the door open so that if people are watching, they can jump in and join. But I will say, if you have a little bit of bells, I do have a donation box that I've been slowly every day since I started playing again, donating 1,000 bells. So if you want to give me money at any time, if you ever come to my island, that'd be a good idea. Alright. So let's see. Would you guys like to check out my island, or should I just keep fishing? I know I mentioned I was going to go through the river, so we will definitely at least go through the river. And I'll probably change into a different outfit pretty soon as well, so that way we have a little bit of extra stuff going on. Back to what I was talking about Tekken, because I realized I kind of just stopped. So one of my issues as well as for Tekken is that a good majority of the DLC that is given to us in this game were DLC characters from the last game. So like, I know that we're always going to be guaranteed getting characters from older games no matter what. And I just feel like we're not getting enough. And, you know, I could be a little bit of salty kid. What is that? Oh, I caught a bittery. Sick. I also have these over here next to my waterfalls. I love these. But yeah, so I believe from what I saw, it is, I think it's, thank you, Miss Snowy Pie. Have a good rest of your evening. Take good care. Try to get some sleep. There wasn't a lot of fish in the river today. I think there's just not a lot of fish today at all. Oh my goodness. But yeah, one of my biggest issues with that is that, like, so Lydia, Fakuram, Iron King. Oh shit! Sorry. I was using my hands to count, unaware that I need to press a button when the fish bite. So you know, like Fakuram, Iron King. Hold on. Kunimitsu. Like, let's see. Hold on. Like Hihachi was like a cool surprise, but like a good majority of some of the characters that we're getting from this game is characters that we got last time as DLC characters, and the least they were like between the last season or the season before that. So we're getting season, because like there were what, 4 seasons, and we've gotten characters from the last 2 seasons of season 7. So it's like, you know, I'm not expecting them to grab characters from season 1 and 2 because some of those characters ended up still just being in the game anyways. But the biggest issue that I have, damn it, my thing broke. End of the line of my trusty rod. Don't take that out of context, please. I'm gonna dig a couple of holes right now. Get some clams. So that's my other biggest issue is like, they waited until all the reviews came out to be like, oh yeah, this game's amazing. And then they were like, aha, here's some microtransactions. Take this, GG scrub. Oh wait, one of my missions was to break a rock. So let's see. I'm gonna pick the rock that's over here. I know there's a rock over here. That's cool. Like, I'm glad that Roger's back, but like, what about Alex? What if Roger and Alex was like the same character? Like just a reskin. Wouldn't that be sick too? Because do you remember who Alex is? Because what about Pac-Man? Dude, Pac-Man from Tekken X Street Fighter? That would be sick. Or Street Fighter X Tekken. That would be sick. And at that point, give us Mega Man. Honestly, I'm quite surprised that Street Fighter has not dabbled in how successful fucking Resident Evil has been. That's money. You give us like fucking Chris Redfield or Leon Kennedy in Street Fighter, dude, gushing. There's gonna be some grown ass man just gushing. Like from one end to the other end to his butthole, dude. Like there is like a never ending, like that's that movie, never ending story right there. Like, and they're like, and next person, here's the next person in the DLC, you know, like maybe you have like fucking M. Bison in the dark and shit, and he's like, you know, arms crossed and shit, and then he's like, you know, he does that thing like he does in Street Fighter 5 when he like takes his hat off and brushes his hand with his hair. And then next thing you know, you see some glasses on the floor and someone picks it up and it's just fucking Wesker. How annoying. You know, like he has that voice, like, I'm starting to get a little angry, where he's like almost nasally, but he's also like supposedly like hella fucking smart. And, like, I only have 15 minutes to play with you guys. You know, like that would be sick. I'd be like, oh, like him and Akuma, and it would be like, and then they could do references where they're like, oh yeah, this isn't their first time or something. He's always, like, and they can add him to the story. Like Wesker's there to learn about the Shihai Ryu and how it's like it could be a possible energy source or something like that could like help advance like the fucking like infection or the virus. Now I hear a balloon in the background. Hear it. Where are you? Oh. Hear a balloon. Where's that balloon? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I got it. Just give me pay-per-view access. That's all I want. You don't even have to pay me. Just give me pay-per-view access, because that's my next thing that I was going to start. Papa Bear. What the hell is this? Oh my god. I'm going to hide that somewhere. We'll find out where that's going to be later. Oh yeah, I have a tent. I have a camp place over here. My little camping area. Pretty cool. On occasion, someone shows up here, so it's pretty sick. See, that's what I was saying. That's pay-per-view access right now. Like, I already know who won. Like, that's the thing. I already know who won the fight. Because people are already talking about it. Oh, he turned around. He turned around, or he looked at it right as I was pulling the rod out, dude. I was pulling the rod out, and he was like, "Oh!" He got scared. Ooh, that's a big fish. I hope this is not a sea bass, dude. It better not be a sea bass. Come on. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's not a sea bass. The sea bass. Okay. So yeah, no. So anyways, what I was gonna say, another thing that I like, so that's my Tekken issue. I don't like the way that the game is becoming, how it's played. Like it's heavy on the offense, not enough defense, which, don't get me wrong, if you're there to sell tickets and have people watch, that is something that people want to see. But like, I also don't want to see like timeout infinite Izora like fucking Tekken 7. But like, there has to be like a way in between, because that's the thing. That's the reason why they don't have an infinite stage. It's because they don't want somebody to just burn the timer out. Look at that little guy. But yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of where Tekken is right now. And with every new season, new update, like it just pushes me more and more away. And that's the thing, because it sucks. I really loved playing that game. That game was sick. The first like 3 months of me playing that and getting all the achievements, working with characters that I enjoyed, it was a great game. But the thing is damn it, I messed it up. You're only as good as your 50-50 mix-ups. The footsie game is like less in this game than it is to just try to do a move, go into stance, or doing a move into a 50-50 mix-up, and that's it. And don't get me wrong, Street Fighter has the same thing, but the thing is, Tekken was made to be played like a footsie game. It's like a game of, like, the times that you see people like moving around each other, they look like they're fucking like folklore, like folk dancing in front of you, like, you know, like it's like midsummer, you know, they're like doing the dance and shit, and they're like putting their hands up in the air and stuff, like you know, like that scene from what is it, like what is it called, 8 Crazy Nights, when they're over there dancing the bum biddy 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 bum bum, and they're over there like spacing each other out. Dude, that is like top tier. When you see things like that, you're like, oh my goodness, look at these guys playing footsies right now, because they're like, they're dancing in front of each other, and then they're like throwing a whip, like they're just throwing a punch in, like something that's safe on block. So you're waiting for somebody to like, you're waiting for somebody to mess up, because that's the thing, like it's all about timing. I'm gonna throw a punch right now, I hope he doesn't throw in a kick. It's like a game of rock paper scissors sometimes, because you watch people, especially when you watch like Knee versus Arslan Ash back when they were just doing like timeouts, because don't get me wrong, I don't want to see timeouts that much, but sometimes a timeout game is one of the most adrenalining like things, especially when it's somebody that is not the best player. And like there's always going to be those types of stories, and I love that there's more new people joining the games, but like it sucks because that's not what you're seeing when you're playing the game. There's so much shit that shows up on the screen that like you don't know what you're doing half the time. If you look at like a game, or if you look at like, if you play a game, if you watch a game of Tekken, like top level, and it's on a stage that is very like overstimulating, there's so much stuff that's happening, because not only, you know, you're watching characters move in the background, or like you're seeing a bunch of flashing lights because of the level is like lights, but like depending on your character, there's like red explosions and more red explosions, orange explosions, like it's all a bunch of red, yellow, and like, you know, if you're highly sensitive to that color, it's gonna like overstimulate you up the yin yang. And that's the thing, I don't mind the overstimulation at times, but there is definitely moments where there's so much stuff happening on a screen, you don't know what's going on, because you're holding block, hoping you're not getting your ass beat at that second. And that's how it is sometimes with Tekken. And again, some characters have like stance poses, so you're trying to pay attention to a stance pose that could like change a color to like yellow or blue, but there's a bunch of red fucking lights blinking in your face. You're not gonna know what that move is unless you're really focused at that time. And you know, people do focus, they do a good job. Oh, hey little buddy. But yeah, that's my issue with Tekken. Street Fighter, I think my biggest issue with Street Fighter is that I thought it was gonna be a lot more than what we got, in a way. I'm not clicking with the game, and that's the worst feeling. Like, to the point where I'd rather play Street Fighter 5 than 6. I like some of the things that they've done for 6. How much are you by yourself? Hold on. I'm saving him for tomorrow. Because here's the thing. Hold on. I'm getting rid of actually I'm gonna save the bear. I'll hold on to my weed. I'm gonna go drop some stuff off at the house, and then I'll continue fishing. But like I said, I really want to click with Street Fighter, and I think I'm just having like a character crisis, and I just don't know what character I want to play, because I guess I have to learn like better, like the Drive Impact. I think that's not what it's called, the Drive Impact or something. like learning a character and doing combos is pretty sick, but like I forgot this was a song that was in my room. So my biggest issue with Street Fighter is that it seems like no matter how much I like a character, I can enjoy a character, but if I don't like the way that their drive impact works, then I don't like the character anymore, and it sucks because like it forces me to like pick a character that I could do like their drive impact combos better. Because like so I love playing Kimberly. I like playing Kimberly. She's pretty fun. She kind of reminds me of Sakura, and Sakura is like one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter. Besides like Akuma and Cody and Hakan. Dude, if Hakan comes back to Street Fighter 6, these nips are gonna cut my shirt because of how stiff they're gonna be. Like, they're gonna be diamond cutters at that point. But anyways, I like Kimberly, but I don't like her drive impact combos. They're just so much more unnecessary extras. Dude, as soon as I see him put oil on his body, I'm sold, dude. I'd be like, dude, my boy's back. My boy is back. My boy is back. Like, I would love to see Hakan come back. You know what? I haven't went up here to do some of the upstairs river, so I'm gonna do some of the upstairs river. I keep forgetting there's an upper part of the river. Oh my goodness, he turned around. Hold on, turn around. Come on, turn around. There it is. Just gotta listen. Gotta listen. There it is. A tire? Dude, I'm about to shoot somebody in a video game. You can hear my feet squeaking when I'm running because of my fucking shoes. I forgot that I promised that we were gonna change clothes, so let's change some clothes. So in case if you didn't know, you could change clothes in a cooler. All right, let's see. What are we going with today? We're going for fashion or are we going for silly? I got a cat meme shirt. I am fishing, so I could go for like a fishing guy. Maybe like a binocular using guy. I can hear your what? What? What did they say? Maybe I'll go with, hold on, let's see what I got. Go for the duckies, the mom knitted sweater. I think I'm gonna go with the mom knitted sweater. Give me a first time fisher outfit. I got you, homie. Okay, here it is. Okay, hold on. So we got the fishing vest because I've come prepared. We got the fishing vest. Okay. Hold on. I know what they want. So they either are gonna wear the vest, like the fisherman vest, because you know it looks clean. It looks like it hasn't been worn. Like where's the guts on the pocket? You know, because like you gut a fish or you cut a worm in half. You rub it on your pocket spot, like right there at the bottom left or something on one of the pockets. So you know you don't have guts yet on your vest. So let's see. I'm kind of digging the cargo pants. Like I feel like the cargo pants is where you go with it, because you know I got the assless chaps, but I don't think that's something that you would wear when you're fishing. I can go with like the multicolored shorts, because you know like depending on where you're fishing it might be hot, but I'm feeling the cargo pants. That's definitely like something like you got cargo pants so that you can put things in it, like maybe some of your gear in case if you need it at that moment, but chances are you're never putting your hands in that fucking pocket at all, dude. Let's see. We got not the explorer's hat. Let's see. Do we want a outback hat? Nah. I gotta remember he's bald right now. So let's see. That guy just looks like he goes to the military surplus, you know? He looks like he goes to the military surplus on the days that they got new shit out. They're like, oh dude, no way, you got the binoculars? Like, oh dude, that's my favorite. But then they don't buy anything. There's the handkerchief thief one that I was talking about. I don't know why. Yeah. Let's see. I could rock a mohawk. That looks like a person that fishes. Hold on. Swimming cat. A do-rag. Straw hat. Nah, I'm not feeling that. The rain hat bucket. Yeah, military role player that can't buy shit. A bandana. I'm kind of liking the cowboy hat. This one seems like just wait until I turn 18 and then I can go. So I'm gonna go with this one. Cowboy hat. Maybe I'll give my boy some hair. That's what I'll do. Let's see. Give him a beard. Dude, he looks like my man's looking closer and closer, looking like Crocodile Dundee. I just realized that. Oh my goodness, hold on, let's see. I don't think I really have any, like, give him a monocle, kind of throw him off. I think that's it. Sticky rice on the face. Let's go. Dude, we could make him look like Sam Fisher. Like he's over here about to do a sneaking mission and take some fish at the same time. Okay, so let's see. I'd probably go with some like really thick socks. So we're gonna go with the tube socks. Basic ass gray tube socks. I have some of these, so don't judge. And then we're gonna go with the hiking boots. Let's see. Go with the basic. Go with the dark. I'm kind of digging the dark. I'm kind of the minigun from, oh dude, okay, hold on, then I'm gonna have to change him. What if I gave him a goatee instead? Goatee? I think goatee is a little bit better, a little bit more subtle. So put on the goatee. Oh dude, I pressed the wrong button. I've been playing too much Xbox, dude. I pressed the A button or the B button instead of the A button. Because B is A and A is B in this fucking console. Nintendo, I love you, but why did you do this to me? Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. I already know what we're going for. We're going with the cowboy hat. We're going with the goatee. I was gonna put on this bandages so it looks like I've been like getting my ass beat by the fish, but I can't have that on with the goatee apparently. Let's see. I think it was this one. And then let's see, what if I bring like an outdoor backpack? Like, you know, like this is all my fishing gear. There we go. We got the fit. I'm gonna go switch my hair out real quick so I don't look like I'm just balding. But I don't think I'm gonna have long hair. I'm gonna go for maybe like a buzz cut or something. I just don't want to be bald right now. Let me go back up. Unbald myself. Unbalding. Bald. 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 My eyes. Oh, let me change the hair. I'm gonna go with no, not that one. Oh my goodness. My boy is like, he looks like he's wearing a beanie under his hat. It's like my dad's outfit right there. There we go. A little scuffle. There we go. That's okay. I'm digging that. Like he looks like he just like he woke up, forgot he was supposed to go fishing, so he like woke up. It's like early in the fucking morning, and he's just like, "Oh shit, dude! My buddy told me we were going fishing today." Okay. There we go. We got the fishing outfit. So we're on our way, doing a little bit of fishing, having a little fun. So we'll go up to the little area at the top. I forgot I still had that tire. My goodness. Get the fish gear out. Got it. But yeah, no, so back to Street Fighter. I'm not exactly sure. Like, it's a bummer because it was a gift that I got for my late birthday, and I played it a little bit. I got to a certain point, and I was like, okay, this game's fun, but like, what else can I do? And there's story mode where you run around like the buildings and stuff like that, and you can just pick up fights with anybody and level up and stuff. It's cool on paper. I just couldn't connect to it as much as like what Tekken had. And Tekken didn't really have that big of a thing either. So like it was like in a way Street Fighter had like a cooler story mode besides like, actually no, they didn't, because I forgot Tekken 8 had like a whole fucking anime connected to it, because everything about it was just anime inducing. It was kind of sick. Oh dude, what is with all these holes in the wall on the floor? There's one down there too. All the fossils are over here. Got fucking all the dinosaurs died over here. I know I'm supposed to be fishing, but there's all these fossils I should dig up. I will also be saying another thing before I continue the Street Fighter rant. I am working on a edited video that I am doing by myself based off of Super Smash Brothers, like a compilation of all my Smash Brothers like bullshit that I've done in my whole career. And it's gonna be like, I'm hoping that it's a lot longer than my other like my mediocre Smash Brothers videos that I've had, and I'm hoping that it looks better than it needs to, or it looks better than what it could possibly look like. Sorry, I'm losing words a little bit. I think I'm starting to feel it just a tad bit, but I won't be going to bed that fast. So let's see. So yeah, Street Fighter, I just can't click to it. And then it just seems like for every good thing that they do, like every good thing that they do, they make it worse by doing something different. Like the amount of customizable things for your fictional character that you can't even take with you in an actual tournament, that sucks. A lot of people are paying so much money for some random ass bullshit that your character can only rock in, like, you know, like your own custom character. So your custom character gets more cool shit than the characters that you play. I think that's the wackest thing. And I don't like that the alternative, like, I don't like that there's only one alternative outfit for like most fighters, and it's locked behind, oh, there's another fossil. It's locked behind the story mode. I wish that there was more than just one custom. You're fucking kidding me, dude. Okay, watch, he's gonna turn around. Watch this. Watch him. He's about to turn around. Turn around. He didn't. Watch, I'm about to throw this. He's gonna turn around. Watch this. Oh. Come on. Give me this bass. Oh, this carp. Carpy, damn. Oh, some cool things I have. I have this dinosaur. I didn't know what to do with him yet, so I just have him over here. I have this gong. Okay, so hear me out before anybody says it. The fact that these three things are next to each other is just pure coincidence. I just put these over here. I don't want you to look at it and go like, oh my goodness, Dominic. But now that I noticed it and the coincidence to it all, I don't know what that is. But yeah, no, I can't connect to Street Fighter, and I just also just don't like some of the things that they're doing. Between like, not like they could be making so much more money, and I know that I hate to say it like that, but like that's what their goal is in the first place. So why even hit it? You know, they're trying to make a whole bunch of money, and the thing is that like, you know, you can't. Oh yeah, I have a little camping area over here too. Another telescope, a little camp thing over here. So yeah, like I said, I have a little couple small little things that I like put in places just so that it looks a little bit better. But I don't like the whole pay-per-view thing, and I'm pretty sure, you know, if you haven't heard about it, you know, they're making their grand finals pay-per-view like it's an actual sport, which, don't get me wrong, it's an e-sport, so it is a sport. I watch it like a sport whenever it's on, so it is a sport. But at the same time, it's like they're trying their best to make it more than what we're used to seeing. And for that, I think it's weird. I think if they let people know ahead of time, just before they like really let things know, because like here's the thing, they didn't tell people that the finale was going to be pay-per-view until like a couple of months ago. If they were upfront about it when it first came out, then it could have built more hype. You could have done more to like hype it up. Because here's the thing, when a UFC fight kicks in, right? When a UFC like advertisement pops up, what's the first thing you see? Like, you know, you're like, oh, are you ready for the most brutalist combat ever? You know, so-and-so is on his way to become the champion so we could take on so-and-so. Like, you know, you're hyping up this whole thing. And the thing is, everybody's like, you know, like when you see a fight, you're like, is Chuck Liddell gonna be the next heavyweight champion of the world? You know, he's been down and up, and you know, he shows some montages of him getting his ass beat, but then also winning at times. You know, it's like, look at what could be possibly one of the greatest fights in the world, and it's hype. You know, it makes you want to buy it. But the thing is like, unless you're a Street Fighter fanatic and you know what's in the loop and you've been watching the competition, it's really hard to hype people to go see it. Yeah, Iceman is mentioned. He's a badass person. You know how many people I knew in high school that was, or like in middle school, that did like the whole like buzz cut like mohawk, dude? That was sick. That was the coolest thing you could do. Chucky Liddell? Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, like, there's no hype to it. You know, unless you're a fan and you've been watching, like following the FGC. Because that's the thing. You're making it pay-per-view for the fans that want to see it, and not hyping up anything else. Like, no one's gonna watch it if you pay-per-view it like that. The thing is like, with UFC and wrestling, that's set in stone. You're advertising it. You're advertising it up to begin with. Between fights, between the big fights that are happening, you're like, oh, you know, we're watching the big fight of the night, but also don't forget, Chuck Liddell's about to beat some ass possibly in a couple of months. So come see the big ass fight that's happening in a couple of months. By the way, you know, before anybody gets hyped up for it, it's gonna be pay-per-view. Like, you know, we're gonna have this huge cup, pay-per-view, give me your money. So that, like, that's the thing. Like, it's not hyped enough for it to be reasonable to be a pay-per-view type of thing. And I know I've been ranting. I'm slowly, like, I could feel myself doing that, like, I'm tired, like, rant. But, like, I think that they're doing a bad decision when they're doing so good right now. Oh my goodness, ooh, that was a strong yawn. But yeah, like I said, I believe Street Fighter's doing a great job. They're definitely like hype it up as much as they can. I just think their business ideas and what they're doing for a game that is like the best that they've ever been. Like, that's the thing. Street Fighter is at a peak performance right now, and they're doing a lot less than I would like to think they could do. Watch this. Come on, don't be a sea bass. Don't be a sea bass. Don't be it. Don't do it. Oh, it's not a sea bass. Yeah. Woo. It's not a sea bass. Get a piece of that, bass. Oh my goodness, look at that cross up. My man was ready. So yeah, no. So there's that. That's my issue with Street Fighter, is that like it is at its peak performance and it is doing everything wrong. Unlike Tekken, it was doing a great job and then just blowing it up to major proportions. Because here's the thing, Street Fighter, sure, this pay-per-view thing's gonna fuck with them for a while, and they're gonna realize that like there's a possibility that this was the worst decision. But at the same time, depending on how much money they make from the pay-per-views and the like sponsorship, because when you pay-per-view sponsorships, you make a lot of money. Because think about it, like only certain people are gonna see it. So if you want to be seen at a pay-per-view, sometimes it costs more. Like think about like, you know, advertisement like the Super Bowl. And don't get me wrong, it's not the Super Bowl money, but like you're probably gonna get paid more because it's pay-per-view. But at the same time, it's like, what does that mean? Because like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that it's pay-per-view, and I think that's all I'm gonna say about that. So that's my other big thing that's going on with Street Fighter. Now, you guys know me, or if you guys don't know me, I'm a big advocate or not an advocate. I'm a big fan of the Smash community. So I follow the Smash community. I've been following them for years. I've been part of the Smash community a little bit, back and forth through different Smash games. And the thing is I am at a point in the game that I don't enjoy watching Ultimate, and it's not because of the Steve players. I think it's boring. I think most of the characters that are playing the game, it's super boring. Like, I get it. It's a lot of like when you watch pro players, no matter what game you're watching, when you watch pro players, they're constantly doing the same thing. They're doing the most safest moves. When someone gets hit, they're doing a combo, and that's it. And I get it that like there is more to it, and that's why at certain points I can watch that. It's just we get to a point in Smash Ultimate, even with the roster that we have, I don't like watching certain people play. And it's like, you know, you're at a point where it's like the only time you're having fun is watching like the original people lose. Then, you know, like the best players lose, or you're literally only watching certain people play. That's, you know, like you're not really, I don't know. I just can't watch it. It's not that fun. Like, I'll watch some of the major highlights, or maybe I'll watch like the biggest fights in Ultimate at times, but like it's something that I least wanting to watch than Melee, for instance. So like Melee is in a renaissance again because of online play. Smash Melee is like so much better now to watch, because here's the thing, like, sure, we still have similar characters making the grand finals, but we're getting more upsets, more and more. And without going into much detail, you know, we have Donkey Kong players like getting up there in top 8s. We have Luigi players. We have like more unique people jumping into these games, because before you know, Smash Melee was all about playing online. I'm gonna go talk to Blathers and see if he can asset these fossils. But for Smash Melee, you know, when you play at tournaments, when you play the game, it's at home. There's no online function. So when it comes to like Melee, most of your experience is playing against people like offline, because there wasn't an online thing. So unlike Ultimate, where people played the game, and just like any fighting game, you know, people realize, oh, these characters are broken, bending fingers. They'll be like, yeah, these characters are too broken, these characters need to be nerfed, the game's gonna suck if you don't do this. But like, at the same time, not yet part of the Steam collection? No way. Guys. This I think this is the last fossil. This might be the last fossil. There's no way. I think if I recall, I only need one fossil found. Oh, is this the last fossil? I really hope so. That'd be so sick. Yeah, you can give me a little bit of knowledge. Hold on, I'll keep talking about Melee in a second. Do I still need a fossil? I might be missing one, because I could have sworn. Hold on. Get fossils assets it did. No, okay. There's a fossil that I'm missing then. Because last time I remember, there are 2 fossils that haven't been obtained. Hold on. So is that a pickle? Is it? I turned myself into a fossil. Don't listen to me. Actually, don't do it. There's a tarantula. No, I could have sworn I've gotten all the fossils. Unless I haven't. Hold on. Which animal doesn't have all the fossils? I like how like almost spooky this place is. But anyways, I'll keep fishing in just a second. I'm trying to see if there's a fossil that I missed. Look at the little guy. So my biggest thing with Melee right now is that because Melee has been like this, like, you know, they say it's been, you know, like there's one missing. What do I need? A Megacrops? I think I've caught that Pokemon before. So a Megacrops is the one thing I need left. That's the last fossil I need to find. A Megacross. Everything else is I have. I keep wanting to say Heracross from like Pokemon. The beetle. Heracross. Those Pokemon are sick. But anyways, I've been watching more Melee recently, mostly because of the evolution of. Because here's the thing. We thought we had Melee figured out. Melee had, you know, like, here's the top characters, here's the best players and stuff like that. But because online is now a thing, and people have a lot more access to train every day, it made the game a lot more enjoyable to watch. Because then you run into people who are like, holy shit, what is this character doing here in a tournament where, like, you know, it's new. Oh, Paulo, sing that shit, boy. Um, but yeah, no, I've been enjoying watching Melee a lot more just because of like the new players are showing up. Because here's the thing, like, you know, we all know the story, or like if you know Melee, or yeah, if you know Melee at all, there's always like, oh, this is the 5 gods, or this is the 5 best players in the world. But the thing is, most of them except for one is either no longer playing or they retired. And you know, some of them, you know, they're doing better and others are not doing as good, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But it's a lot more enjoyable to watch because of that. Now the only downfall to all that, and I could say the same thing for Ultimate, and Ultimate in a way is a lot worse. There's been a lot of not good things that happened in that community, from their world tour shutting down, the whole thing that happened with Panda Global, some of the things that happened during the quarantine lockdown, and I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to bring it up any farther than that if possible. But Melee in a way had it a little bit less, and the community itself, and with my experience with the community, haven't been the most ideal that I enjoyed the most. Because the thing is that, you know, kind of like any fighting game, as it gets farther and farther in the community, it's one of those things. A Shamrock soda, I thought that was a Shamrock shake. I was like, dude, McDonald's is about to sue. I'm gonna get one right now. I'll order one. Cool. KK Song, I love KK Song. White denim pants, dude, give me some of that. I'll take some white denim pants. I have that. Hello. Any weebs out there know what this says? What is it? What's a Tory? Is that the company that made pizza rolls? I'm just playing. Don't put that into context, please. But no. I don't know. That's my thing. Like, and then Mortal Kombat, I didn't like it. I didn't like watching it. I didn't like any of it. I feel like Mortal Kombat's one of those games that, like, I think Mortal Kombat's biggest issue is that every game they change everything. Like, sure, characters and enemies could have like similar like fighting styles, you know, they all play differently, but the thing is like when you play Street Fighter, so like for instance, when you play Street Fighter, when you play Smash Brothers, when you play Tekken, you know what some of the characters, like original characters, how they fight, right? You know, they have, you know, you have like Ryu, you have his like jab Hadouken or something like that, or low kick jab into Hadouken, or low kick into medium punch into Hadouken. You know, like, you know what it looks like. You can visually, if you played Street Fighter and you played Street Fighter 2 and then you played Street Fighter 6, you look at some of the moves and you do the same moves that you do in those games, you're looking at the same game. You know, it's more redefined. You know, like, you made it look smoother, you made it play better, like maybe the combat is faster, slower, it plays a little bit different, but you're still playing Street Fighter. It looks like Street Fighter, it plays like Street Fighter. My biggest issue with is with Mortal Kombat is that, like, you look at Johnny Cage from MK9, right? MKX, MK11, MK, what is it? 1? Johnny has different movesets. Like, you know, it's very similar, but it's different looking. You know, everything has to be over the top and flashy. But then you also have the really, really bad, don't turn around, you fucking fish. Walk into that. Go get it. No! But yeah, no. My biggest thing is that, like, you know, the fish, or dang it, the fish, you should always, so if you ever want to get like a cool moment and see something funny, play Mortal Kombat like 10 or X or 11 or even 1 and do like a crouching low, like low kick, and watch these characters like stick a foot out like they're doing like the Russian dance or whatever type of dance it is, you know, the ones where they crouch to their knees and they're like hoi 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 hoi, because I don't know what that is. I've always seen it in like Russian like boat dances and stuff like that, so I'm assuming that it's Russian, and I might be wrong about it. Someone could tell me about it later. But oh my god, dude, that was the first like time I didn't react fast enough. But yeah, no, that's my biggest issue with Mortal Kombat. I just don't like it. I liked MKX 11. I liked the character designs of the characters. The gameplay was okay, and I think that's the thing. The game constantly changes the way that it is, and and don't get me wrong, that's still a good thing too. It's just you play MK9 or MKX, because here's the thing: MK9, everybody was broken. That was the thing. There was characters more broken than other characters, but there were moments where if you were really good at Mortal Kombat, you get hit, you're in a combo till you're like 30 to 40% of your health is gone. And don't get me wrong, it's cool to watch, and if you're not good at the game and you're fighting against somebody that does that, that sucks. But like, you look at MKX is like faster paced. Like your characters are, if your character's not fucking zooming half the time when they're fighting, it's you know, it could be kind of clunky. You know, it just like you're probably playing it like any other person that's playing Mortal Kombat, and you're doing a flip jump kick to kick someone in the head. And that's the thing. It's not as entertaining to me. Oh, there's a fish right there. They're hiding fish on the deck. There it is. This better not be a fucking sea bass. Oh my goodness, I'm kicking someone. But then when you go from X to 11. 11 is clunky as shit, dude. It is slow. And like I said, the character designs, everything about the game, like visually, it looks magnificent. But then when you're playing, you don't know, like, the pace itself can be very confusing. And I think that's my biggest issue, because even watching 1, I'm gonna work on a house or a room real quick. I'm doing some VIP rooms. I just remembered I wanted to do one of these. So I'll keep talking. Let's see, who do we got? Rizzo. Was that the one? Rizzo. I'm gonna go with Rizzo. June, she looks pretty cute. Let's go with Rizzo. The Rizzo. But yeah, no, Mortal Kombat lacks an identity. Like, you have characters. You have these characters. But like I said, you throw in Scorpion from Mortal Kombat 1, and then you throw Scorpion from like any of the other ones from the past 3 games. They play similar, but like they don't have the same unique, like, you know, they don't have that type of like design similar to each other, you know? Because like I said, you play any other fighting game, if you do a certain thing or a certain combo, even if the combo's different or it doesn't work anymore, you're gonna see that same animation, you're gonna see that same type of play. So that way, in case if you are a veteran, you can get into there a little bit faster. Which, don't get me wrong, it's always fun to like jump into a fresh game and not know what the hell you're doing. I'm gonna do a pirate room. I feel like that'd be sick. But yeah, no. That's such a crazy concept that I'm seeing right here. And he has a deep ass voice too. So yeah, that's my biggest thing about that's my biggest issue with Mortal Kombat. The last game didn't click to me. 11 didn't click to me. Like, it had Spawn. That's pretty sick. I like that Spawn was a playable character in 11. I just wish 11 was good to play. you know, hearing Keith David's voice as he's like sounding crispy, dude, I just get all giddy about it. Okay, so this is a pirate ship, so I'm just gonna make it look like a pirate ship, dude. There's no more room here. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Hold on. There we go. All man's on deck. Fire on the poop deck. Okay, we'll put a treasure chest, maybe a bone, a couple of barrels, a golden casket, Nana, elegant lamp, dude. What is this? Oh, okay, we'll get some of these. Wait, this is inside the thing. Actually. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's a map. I don't like that. Get that out of here. Okay, so we'll put a skeleton right here. We'll add a cannon right there. We'll add the treasure chest in the middle. Like that. Make it look like it's like Donkey Kong. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Put a couple of the danger barrels over here. I don't know if I would like put gold on. Let's put the gold on the side. Honestly, I think I made a bad decision to make it a pirate thing. Put that away. Got a couple of extra barrels. Can I put the barrels on top of each other? I can't. That's whack. I don't like that. I'm trying to think what else. I think they don't have pro tape recorders. They got buckets. Swab the poop deck. I won't lie, the pirate one kind of sucks. Like, call me double-edged sword. Sick. Okay, so I'll put the barrels over here. We will put a poop deck right there. Wait, hold on. How about we do it this way? Hold on. Go like this. Move this. I'm gonna get rid of these bars. I'm gonna flip the barrel. Trying to think. I think another issue that I have right now with the fighting community is, or I guess like the reason why I'm not really watching a lot of things is like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just watching the same thing over and over again. I feel. This is my biggest thing. Oh wait, I found out you can copy things. Hold on. Oh, no. There it is. I remembered how to copy things. Okay, so we'll put the gold right here. Maybe we'll put the sword right here for the captain, but we'll have it turned towards him. Oh yeah, and we could change the color. Ooh, that looks like a superhero sword. But I also kind of like the damage sword, because it looks like, you know, it's gone through things. Oh, in a map? Okay, that's sick. In a map? That's a sick concept right there. Okay. Put the right there, like the spit buckets. Mossy? We'll keep it like that. Trying to think what else. I really wish I could get into King of Fighter, or you know, City of Wolves or whatever, because like it looks like a sick game, and I really do want to play it. It looks better than King of Fighter, the last one that they had, 15, because I have 15 and I did some cool things. I just I don't know, I think I jumped in a little too late, so by the time I jumped in, everything was already like either figured out or like people weren't playing it anymore. And I think that's the hardest thing for King of Fighter, is that there's not a lot of like extra leg room to like do anything but, you know, like follow it right when it comes out. And I think that's the hardest thing for that game, because like City of Wolves looks sick, and I think I would probably have more fun with that one because it's just single one person one-on-one fight. Because like, I don't know, like I want a new tag game, but at the same time I don't think I'll ever find a better tag game than some of the older games. Because like Guilty Gear Stride, I'm surprised there's not a new Guilty Gear, but at the same time, I didn't like it either. I didn't like this Guilty Gear. I liked the one before that. And I was quite glad that they added Slayer, but it's just, you know, it was already too late. I wasn't playing the game anymore. So, I think this is going to be my pirate place. A VIP room, there's like nowhere to sleep except the floor. Good luck, kid. But no, I wanna play that one. And I think I'll probably get it once it's completed, and will just play it just for fun. Cause like, I guess my other big issue with playing fighting games right now is that it's mostly online and less single player. And you can say like it's always been like that, but like I feel like it's always it's always gonna be multiplayer first, then single player. But I just feel like there's need to be more than that. And maybe that's just me being picky, finicky, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. It's just there's something new that needs to come out, and it like clicks to me. I didn't play double XKO or whatever. The only reason why I haven't touched it is that I didn't want to make an account just to play a fighting game. And I think that's what pushes me away from some games, is that like if you're gonna give me something, is these pickles? Are those pickles? Oh, she's feeling it. That's the pickles. But yeah, no. Yeah. That's pretty much where I am at. Like, there's not a lot of games that are coming out soon that like really catches my eye. And I think I'm getting close to feeling. I'm starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish my little lap around. If there's anything that you guys would like for me to talk about before I head out, as long as it's not like a super long one, I might be able to mention it. Was there anything in particular about my island that any of you guys wanted to see? I know I mentioned my house, but I know some people left already, so I can always show it to them another time too. The chances are, I feel like I'm gonna do something similar a little bit. Oh, you're on a 20 win streak? Damn. That's pretty sick. Are you still maining the Russian cosmonaut? Or the Red Cyclone, sorry. Should have said the Red Cyclone. The Red Cyclone. I think so. I don't know if you heard about leaks and rumors. I don't know if you heard about some leaks and rumors about that game's next season, but if they're right about a particular character, depending on how they play, I might actually at least get that character, because I think that would really push me into getting into that game. Because like, here's the thing. I do want to get Akuma, because he looks kind of fun, and he's Akuma, and I like Akuma. And here's another rant a little bit from Street Fighter 6. So you know how I said I wish I could be better, or I play Kimberly, but I wish she played a little bit better instead of like how she works. I could play Ryu. Ryu, I got that fucker down. Like, I could play Ryu, I could do some of his cool little electric shit and all that other stuff, and do the donkey kick into, you know, do donkey kick into like, you know, fisting combo or whatever. Like, I can do that. That's easy. That's a simple combo. I got that one locked down. Don't show people the clam. If one of those characters is Sakura, or possibly, from what I've heard, Q, it's over. I'll buy Q. I would literally buy Q. I would buy Sakura, and I'm trying to think who else. I do like Sea Viper is back. I don't see a lot of Sea Viper gameplay, but I'm glad to see that Sea Viper is there. So like in one way that's pretty sick. Sea Viper's back, but I've also heard other things about Sea Viper. So like that's the thing. It's like I want something, but like depending on when they come out and how they come out, I'm not gonna get what I want. And that's the biggest thing, and I know that's the biggest thing for any like the developers, is that, you know, you're never gonna know what you're gonna get, and that sucks. Because like you can work on this character, make them cool looking, all that stuff, but if they play like ass and the community doesn't like them, then that sucks, because then you're gonna run into a whole bunch of negativity, because then they'll be like, what's the point of this character being here, you know? But then you also get like for instance, Terry Bogardus came out and he was sick. I love his combos. I like watching people play Terry. Like, especially then he does all his like combo mischief combos that he does. That's super sick. Terry Bogardus, good adaptation. But then I look at Mai and her gameplay. It's so fucking boring to watch. And the thing is, because of that, and how easy a lot of her stuff looks, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I haven't played her, so I don't know what exactly how she plays. She could play really hard and difficult, but at the same time, when watching like competitive games, that's all you're seeing, and it's such a boring player to watch half the time. It's like watching my play, and I think, without going into detail, I'm pretty sure like maybe 40% of all the players that was playing at the pay-per-view tournament are my players. You know, which sucks. Because like in a game that has like a big diversity, and you know, again, I'm just kind of ranting. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but at the same time, I watched enough gameplay, I watched enough stuff, I played enough to like at least understand a bit of the basics. And that's all I will say about it. You know, like I'm not gonna take anything to the grave with me. I'm not gonna be like, if you don't believe in me, then go fuck yourself and stuff like that. But like yeah, when Hakan comes back, so if I can get Hakan, Q, Sakura, or fucking, hold on. Let's see, who else could you give me? You gave me Sea Viper. That's pretty sick. Try to think who else. Who would be another sick person to add? They added Oro in. Sean. Give me Sean. That'd be pretty sick. Sean coming back, but you also have to think about the timeline, and that's my biggest thing too. Or what's the dude that's a samurai? I forget his name, but he was in Alpha. He's like a samurai dude, but he looks like he's just a dude with a samurai helmet. He had like a samurai helmet on, but he's like wearing almost like a sports gear on and shit like that. I forget his name, but that guy has the least amount of love ever. I'm pretty sure he's in the Alpha game. I'm trying to remember his name in the top of my head, but I don't think I remember. And the thing is, he's referenced every once in a while in like the games, and he's like in the background in some of the things. Oh, Saddam. Yeah. That guy was sick. Or like the dude from Third Strike, the guy who's not Charlie or Guile. Remy comes back and starts doing all his fucking cool little Sonic Boom shit. That'd be kind of tight. Be like, scoot over Guile. There's a new Sonic booming. She booming right now. Alright. I think I'm gonna donate another $1,000 to my charity box. like I said, maybe one of these nights I will do a live stream and like open up my island and see if people want to jump in and like join my island. But I gotta figure out how to private some of my stuff. That way, in case of people who are watching want to like try to be a little bit more than just play with me, they want to like add me as a friend or like act kind of weird, then you know I can't be having people do that. So I'll just have to look into that. But I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon. I'm gonna jump in here, drop off my last couple of things, and then I'll probably just end the stream. But I guess before I go, I'll show you a couple of my rooms. So like I said, so this is my living room. It's nothing big or special. It's just like a, you know, open area. When's the collab with the Cranberry fellow? Well, I mention it to him every once in a while, and I've been subscribed to that dude for like 6 months or like something like that. Like I've been supplying at least some of his addiction to gambling, because I don't know if you guys seen his blackjack game that he did last week, but he spent a lot of unnecessary money in a fictional video game. Like, he's probably the reason my GTA 6 has that gambling casino thing. But anyways, that being said, I'm gonna show off a couple of things in my house real quick, and then I'm gonna probably get off. But I would love to do a collab with that Cranberry guy, but he needs to not be a scrub at times. So yeah. So yeah, that was my living room, and this is my room. It changes every so often, but it's kind of a simple one. There's more, you'll notice that there's at least a snapping turtle somewhere in a room, or there's a couple in my house. So I have my pet snapping turtles here. They fight over this bed over here, so they just kind of yell at each other. And I got my little music room with some of my music stuff. Yeah, it's Shelly. But yeah, and then remember how I said like you have to be good friends? The new Gamera movie looks sick. They have a new Gamera movie? Gamera, Defender of the Universe? That's pretty sick. I'm already a fan right now. So these are all the pictures of the people I've been friends with. And then I became, I got a little sticker from the little, oh yeah, the new Gamera movie. Defender of the Universe. And then I have a couple of the pets, so like this is my first pufferfish, because I kind of like pufferfishes. And then I got a krill, and then that's my first scorpion. And then the Halloween picture, the cool thing about it is if you turn off the lights, it glows in the dark. I think it's pretty cool. And then I have a bunk bed because I can't find a bed. So I just rely on a bunk bed that I sleep in. And I got Isabel and Brewster that I sleep with. So yeah, this is my room. I got like slippers over there, and there's a Nintendo Switch on the floor. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll show you this one. This one I actually really enjoy too. It's my kitchen. So this is my kitchen area. I kind of cook things. Don't look at the cupcake on the floor, but it's a little bit of a homey-esque type of thing. I also have a washing machine in here that I love the fact that it actually like turns into an actual washing machine. Like it fills up with water and then like fucking you can hear it slushing. The little details in this game, I love that, you know? I'm a big sucker for minor details and things. There's my fridge. There's which I forgot to say this yesterday or while I was streaming, but happy late Pi Day, because yesterday was Pi Day and it's 3.14. and there's a pie you can get that has a pie symbol on it, and it's kind of sick. I like it. Good dad joke. There's the 1 year anniversary cake that I got. Got a cookie jar. I could cook in here. So like, so instead of 3.14 me, it's 3.15. That's because I'm late. But yeah, and this is where you can cook. So like all those sea basses, I found out that I can cook them, and the profit of it doubles. So like if I wanted to, after, with all the sea bass I catch, I can, you know, cook them. But I also have to use weeds to like add the seaweed to it, which I think is weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. Do you guys want the party room or the luxurious room? I'll give you guys a chance. Party? Sick. So here's the party room. Those are all birthday cakes that I've gotten throughout the years that I've been playing. Because, fun fact, I actually try to get on the game on my birthday so that I can get a birthday cake for my birthday. So, I've been trying to collect all the gyros and trying not to have duplicates, but I think I do have a couple of duplicates. So like, there's that rainbow one. I have one over there, and then I have one over here, so I gotta replace that one. But yeah, I've been trying to collect all these, and I don't know how much there is, but hopefully it's not enough to fill up this house, or this room. But there's a one that makes dog barks. It's this one right here. I like that one. But I also like this one that like shakes their hip. Oh yeah, Bubblegum KK. It's a good song. It's the remix in Smash Brothers is pretty good too. But yeah, I'll show you the luxurious room, and then I'll finish it off with the basement room. So this is my most notorious luxury room in the whole house. It's the best place that you can possibly be. But yeah. I got some incense here. I got the slippers. You know, I got my lucky apron. I got some extras. Got a grandfather clock. Like, there's nothing more luxurious in any house than here. You know, I got the magazine in case you need one. You know, I got the TV going on so your legs can fall asleep while you're sitting on the toilet. That's sick. You know, you do that thing where you can't feel your legs and you get up and you're like almost like falling apart mentally and physically. Hold on, let me grab. So a little fun fact. I don't know if I don't know if you guys know this, but you could eat something, right? And you have it in your inventory. So like if you see like a tree, you could dig up a whole tree, or you could break down a whole like rock and use that fruit that you ate. But if you have fruit and you don't want to you want to just get rid of it, you could sit on the toilet and it disappears. And that take care of that. I just thought I'd give myself a second. And then you get up. Yeah, that's my luxury room. Best place, best seat in the house. All right, so we're gonna finish it off with the last room. And And then this is the real chill place. Got my arcade, I got a couple of fun games, a couple of lights. Got my TV, got the couches. I'm not really sure what that is, but I just saw it and I thought it would be kind of cool. So yeah, that is my house at the moment. I've been trying to find more neon light stuff and things like that to like make that room a little bit more cooler. I just got that train game the other day, so I'm pretty glad that I got that. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here. So actually, no, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna end it here. I'm gonna dig up this this up real quick. New gyroid. That's pretty much what that's been the whole time. So, but yeah, no. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to go chill and have another cup of coffee. I'm definitely gonna probably go to sleep pretty soon. So I appreciate you guys jumping in, watching me like fish, rant, and talk about things. So I've always wanted to know what it would be like to do like podcast things. So it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I'm just gonna sit here, chill. Pour you another cup. No need. Oh, I can't just sit there? Okay, well, fine. I'll just sit right here then. Sorry, but that seat's reserved. Okay, well, fuck off, dude. I guess I'll just sit on the floor. So anyways, I guess I'll just sit on the floor, look like a weirdo after oh wait, hold on, actually make it better. I'll just look out the window, be all sad. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed my little stream thing of me just talking and ranting and fishing. I hope you guys saw some cool things I've hit around the island. I do have some really funny things that I've really hit in the island that maybe one of these days, if you guys ever come to my island or ever visit, you could try to find all the little secrets and Easter eggs that I've hit around, because a good majority of the stuff that you saw visually in certain spots was not even half of the things I've hit around the island. So yeah, no, definitely. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, a good afternoon, or whatever morning, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, that's pretty much all I have today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take good care of yourself, and much love. Have a good evening, night, morning, day, whatever. I'm tired now, so I'm gonna slowly drift away now. Good night, guys.